Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, dramatised in 5 parts for radio by Jill Brooke, with Samantha Bond as Kate and Sandra James Young as Carmen. Episode 1.
As I walked up the stairs to my office that late autumn evening, I could hear my assistant Carmen on the telephone. The organised chaos on her desk, I could only imagine.
Don't worry. Any information you give me will be in confidence. You know can you wait a minute? There's a call on the other line. Hello? No, Kate's not here at the moment. It's Carmen speaking. Can I take a message? OK, Mr. Blenter, I'll ask her to call you. Goodbye. Right, as I was saying, if you hear anything more, let me know. Bye now. Hi, Kate. How did your appointment go?
A bit bourgeois for your taste, but interesting. Very interesting.
Oh,
I'll get
no.
it. Which alias are we using today?
Target employment.
Good afternoon. Target employment. Who can I say is calling? Carmen, it's Mr. Bliss of Pharmaceutical Alloys to speak to Mr. Mason.
Don't bother, wrong lead. Tell them he's out.
Sorry, Mr. Mason has left for home. Any message? Thank you. Goodbye. I know you've 100 ways of ferreting out information, Carmen, but Mason's a new one on me.
I used him temporarily, but he got in the way, so I disinvented him. Want some coffee?
Oh, please. And then I'll tell you what happened to me at Weatherby's this afternoon.
It better be good.
They live in one of those huge blocks of luxury flats behind Oxford Street. The doorman was so suspicious he escorted me up in the lift. Huge apartment. Uniformed maid, hall lined with mirrors, the lot. But I wasn't prepared for the sound that greeted me when I was shown into the drawing room. That music was too full of torment for a stranger's ear. It stopped abruptly, and a sophisticated young girl got up from the piano and held out her hand.
Kate Bayer, how good of you to come so promptly. I'm Alicia Weatherby.
That was some playing. Are you a professional?
Oh, no. My instrument's the violin. I'm performing later.
Really?
I tinker on the piano, but my mother says so few people succeed as pianists, and I agree. It's safer in the violin section. You see, Oh, Mother.
Good afternoon. I'm Marion Weatherby. I see you and my daughter have already become acquainted. I'm sorry she didn't remember to offer you any refreshment, but I have ordered tea. Our entire establishment is in an uproar when Alicia performs. She informs me that it is one of the penalties of the life. However, there must be some satisfaction in getting one's every wish met. Don't you think? Ah, here comes tea. Put the tray over there by the sofa, Eva. Thank you, that'll be all. Oh, I do hope you like lapsang, Souchon.
Oh, that's fine.
Will you have any claret?
No, thanks.
How sensible. We must all take care of our figures, mustn't we? Alicia and I have become rather perturbed of late, which is why we have contacted you, Miss Bezes.
Bear. I'm from Portugal.
I realized you were not English. My daughter is a rather fine musician and plays with a number of youth orchestras. Not surprisingly, she is occasionally bothered by jealous colleagues or over-enthusiastic fans. But recently there's been a worrying development. Alicia has noticed a certain person in the audience who seems to watch her with excessive interest.
A man?
A lone man. Alicia feels that he is watching her in particular.
He is watching me.
And I see no reason to doubt her. I believe this man exists.
But you've never noticed him yourself.
I never attend Alicia's performances. She says I make her nervous.
And you've no idea who the man is, Alicia?
No.
How can I help?
We would like you to attend her concerts and identify the man. Find out why he's interested in Alicia and if he poses a threat to her.
And then report back to you.
That would be best.
Who recommended me to you?
Alicia located you. Oh, time to get ready with those finger exercises, darling.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a list of Alicia's venues, Miss Bear. I suggest you start at St. James's Church tomorrow night. I understand that you will require expenses on top of your daily fee, which I am quite prepared to cover, but I would warn you against taking advantage of me. Eva will show you out. Goodbye, Miss Bear.
And that was about it, Carmen. Oh, I nodded at the doorman as I left, and I think he nodded back.
Kate Bayer, minder to the aristocracy. Makes a change, I suppose.
Not sure about your class breakdown. The place stank of new money, not old.
Want me to find out where they get it from, then?
Yes. And it would be good to know if there's a Mr. Weatherby anywhere, when you've got time.
Almost everything's under control. Only item outstanding on this week's haul is Maitli's.
Maitli's?
Small business making radio parts using new techniques. Got a lot of YTS kids working there. The firm was up for a local borough contract and we were doing the usual investigation into their employment practices.
So?
So nothing. Except that I'm having difficulty finding anything out, and when that happens I begin to get suspicious.
What have you tried?
Everything.
Let's do the checklist. Accounts.
Attached to my notes on your desk, nothing out of the ordinary.
Managed by?
Gordon Jarvis. He's also the owner. He makes a good living out of his expense account, but...
Have you seen him?
No. I got fobbed off by an underling who assured me that Maitli's was careful to abide by any anti-sexist, anti-racist practices that you can name.
Other avenues?
I applied for a job using a false name. Got turned down without an interview, which means they couldn't be said to have done it because I'm black.
Wages?
Abysmal, but legal.
And what about the employees?
Well, that's just it. I couldn't get a word out of any of them. Or maybe that's what's worrying me. I'll get back on it. In the meantime, I've made an appointment for you to see Gordon Jarvis tomorrow at 11.
I will do. Anything else?
Someone named Jonathan Blenter called for a chat. Who's he?
Just a useful business contact. I'll phone him from Sam's. I'm staying there tonight. Anyway, I'm off. Coming?
No, not yet. I've got some paperwork to catch up on. See you tomorrow.
When I got to Sam's flat, he was sitting at the kitchen table, listening to the stereo and preparing an English lecture. So I just kissed the top of his head and he sort of shrugged an acknowledgement. I've been with Sam for 7 years, and he has perfected an air of abstraction. Later in the evening, I called Jonathan Blenter to see if he'd heard of Maitli's. I just put the receiver down when the telephone rang. Hello? Hello?
Kate, I'm scared. He was watching again tonight.
Alicia? Where are you?
She's in the swing. Not bad for a musician. She's seeing the world as it can be, and boy, are we having fun, aren't we, darling?
You will come tomorrow, Katie. You have to.
I'll come now if you'd like me to. Where are you? Alicia? Alicia? Are you there, Alicia? I waited a while in case she phoned again, but nothing happened. I went to bed worrying about her, and she was still on my mind when I woke up. So, I decided to give the Weatherbys a ring.
Hello?
Good morning, Mrs. Weatherby. It's Kate Bayer. Could I speak to Alicia?
My daughter had rather a late night. I'm loath to disturb her. Is it important?
Not really. I just wanted to make sure that she got back all right.
I can assure you she did.
Good. Could you tell her I'll see her tonight?
I'll pass the message on, Miss Bayer.
Thank you.
Miss Bayer. Alicia tends to exaggerate and has a way of appealing to people's protective instincts. I would be grateful if you could remember that she does have a mother and is still only 17.
I'll bear it in mind. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss Bayer.
You're late. It's gone 1. How did your trip to Maitli's go?
Gordon Jarvis kept me waiting 45 minutes.
Have you ordered any pizzas yet?
Yeah.
Great, I'm starving.
What did you make of Jarvis?
Oh, a bit flash, but rather handsome. Striped shirt and a gold chain. Surprisingly hearty handshake.
Good morning. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Do take a seat.
Thank you.
Coffee?
Please, no sugar, thanks.
How can I help you, Kate? Don't mind if I call you that.
Well, Gordon, my visit is by way of a routine check. As you know, I'm authorized by the Borough Purchasing Department to investigate its potential suppliers, particularly regarding company policy on equal opportunities for women and ethnic minorities. I gather you were sent our questionnaire earlier in the month.
Shirley, my secretary, deals with details.
When we got it back, I noticed that you don't seem to employ anybody from the Bengali community.
Why them? Are they flavour of the month?
Your factory is in an area of London with a large Bengali community. I'm surprised no one has applied to work at Maitleys.
I'm a self-made man, but I can't be everywhere at once.
Oh?
Look, I have a personnel manager whom I pay well. He hires and fires. Ask him. And now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a busy day ahead. Shirley, give our visitor Mr. Sampson's number.
Yes, Mr. Jarvis.
Oh, and then get Longford's on the phone. Goodbye, Miss Bear.
Goodbye, Mr. Jarvis.
Oh, there you are. That's Mr. Sampson's number.
Thank you. You look busy, Shirley. Ordering new stock. Unusual time of year for it, isn't it? Trying to reduce your tax bill?
I've always been reminded to keep costs down, and ever since the fire, you know...
Miss Bear, I run a business here, and I cannot tolerate your disturbing my staff. Kindly vacate the premises.
If you insist.
We're all working under pressure. Let me show you out. This way, and down the stairs on your left.
Goodbye, Mr. Jarvis.
Don't you dare let me hear you talking to a stranger like that again. I've told you many times how vital confidentiality is in a business like ours.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jarvis. I
and
didn't mean...
loyalty, Shirley. Loyalty is of paramount importance.
I backed away from the outer door and decided to investigate the rest of Maitely's premises. The cafeteria was large and school-like with an unmistakable smell of month-old stew. I ordered a pot of tea and sat down to wait for Shirley. She came in alone, and when she put down her tray, I went and stood beside her table.
May I join you? He gave you a rough ride.
Food's as bad as the job. I'll be well off out of it.
You're leaving?
I don't take that sort of treatment from anybody. A year I've worked for that man and never put a foot wrong. I thought we had an understanding. Seems we didn't. Yes, I've given him a notice.
Why was he so angry? Was it the fire? When was the fire?
Eight, 9 months ago. In the new factory. He lost practically everything, but he was insured. I mean, it didn't affect him financially. I don't know what he get in such a state about.
Maybe he's trying to hide something.
Just leave me alone, will you? And you caused enough trouble for one day. Bleeding do-gooders with your questionnaires.
Here's my card, Shirley. It's got my office number on it, in case you want to talk. So I got the same reaction as you, Carmen. No one's saying anything.
I put out a few feelers to see if anybody's gossip about the causes of the fire. And I think you should see that personnel manager, Sampson, if only for formality's sake.
Okay. It might be worth a try. You could be right. Something about that organization feels fishy.
I don't know. It was probably all my imagination.
What brought this on?
The Weatherbys. I've tried everything, but I can't trace the source of their wealth. Nor can I find any mention of a Mr. Weatherby.
Well, maybe they keep a low profile.
The thing about money is that it leaves a trail when there's enough of it. I'm losing me touch.
Maybe you should trust your failure rather than doubting it.
What do you mean? You going growth movement-ish on me?
Would I? What I mean is, maybe if you can't find anything, there really is nothing to find. Well, they've hidden it for a reason. So, go dig for the dirt.
I better get back to the office. Can we have our bill, please?
I'm off to my place for a change. I've almost forgotten what Dalston is like. And I want to have some time to myself before Alicia's concert.
My flat looked the same as when I'd last left it. which I realized had been some time ago. I'd been spending more and more time at Sam's, and increasingly I wondered why I was hanging on to my lone retreat. Not that day, though. I put a bunch of white freesias into a black vase, a disc on the record player, my feet up on the sofa, and reveled in my solitude. I woke up an hour later, tired, frazzled, and disorientated. I soaked in the bath while I sipped a vodka and tonic. Then I fried myself a quick steak and was ready to face the world. I dressed in something semi-respectable and warm, as I guessed that St. James' Church wouldn't have the kind of heating to encourage short sleeves. I'd guessed right. So I didn't regret my decision until I noticed one of the younger age group regarding me with interest. He was quite a pleasant sight, wearing one of those baggy suits that can drown the unconfident, with a nice clear-skinned face and a dangerously charming smile. It was a smile that made me wish I hadn't aimed quite so accurately at respectability instead of glamour. Alicia played like a dream, but as if her life depended on it. Her passion was full of pain and dread. When she took her bow, I noticed a man in his late 40s looking at her. As Alicia fled to the back of the church, he pushed his way through the audience and followed her. I went after them, but my path was blocked by a young man.
Leave the lady alone.
Aren't you picking on the wrong person? I'm not the one who's been following her.
Alicia doesn't need you. I'll look after her.
Like you did last night. It was you with her when she phoned me, wasn't it?
That was a joke. I was drunk and so was she.
She sounded scared to me.
You don't know Alicia like I do, or her family. Don't think you can come in and save the day. I'm warning you, I'll look after her. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Let go of me.
Judging by the look of your arm, it doesn't seem to me that you're in such great shape to look after yourself, never mind Alicia. And now, I'd pull your sleeve down again if I were you. You don't want anyone else to see those track marks.
Alicia knows what I am. It's me she chose. You know nothing.
I know Alicia's in trouble. I want to help.
Hi, Pete.
Shh, here she is. You were wonderful, Alicia.
Hello, Kate. Did you enjoy the music?
I felt it. Very strongly.
Yes, that happens sometimes.
Was that the man who's been scaring you?
What man?
The one who followed you out?
I don't know what you're talking about. I felt faint after my performance and went to get some air. I saw no man.
Alicia, you absolutely wonderful, darling.
Hello, Annabelle, David. How lovely to see you. Thanks for coming. You know Pete, don't you?
Come on, Alicia, let's go to a club.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what about Amy? Yeah, great. Why not?
You can go home, Kate. I shan't be needing you tonight.
Well, it's only down the road in Piccadilly. Come on, just go down there.
All on your own?
It seems like it.
Good. I caught sight of you in the audience.
So I noticed.
Name's Toby Stafford.
Kate. Kate Bear.
How about coming for a drink?
I'm game. If we can go to Amy's.
You don't want to stick it out with that crowd? What about somewhere quieter?
Oh, I'm in the crowded mood.
Oh, well, if you must. But I'm telling you, you'll probably regret it.
Wine dry enough for you, Kate?
It's fine, thanks.
Somewhere quieter would have been more conducive. Are you sure you wouldn't rather go somewhere else?
This place is an education, Toby. I'm always ready for new experiences.
Ah, me too.
The performance this evening, for example.
Yes. I don't think I've seen you at one of Alicia's concerts before.
My first time.
She's so talented. A pity about Pete.
Her companion?
If you could call him that. Not that I understand how he could keep anybody company.
What's Pete's problem?
Talent. Or rather, the lack of it.
In which department?
Why, music, of course. More wine?
Thank you.
Here is to life. Like to dance?
Not right now. You were talking about Pete.
Well, he just didn't have the staying power. So he tried to blame it on lack of opportunity. Well, that sounds a bit harsh, but he always made a great fuss about how he never had access to a first-rate teacher or a good violin. And it's not as if Pete is poor. At least he certainly isn't short of money these days. No, it's my belief he just wasn't good enough. Those that are rise to the top.
Like Flotsam.
Oh, hello, you you two? All so soon?
Yes, old sport. Time for Alicia's Betty Bye.
I'm going home now, Kate. Honestly, I am. There's no reason to worry. I'm sorry about my behaviour earlier this evening. I'll see you at my school concert.
If I come along a bit early, can we have a talk, Alicia?
Yeah. Okay. Come on, Pete, let's go.
See you around.
Night, Alicia.
Yeah, see you around.
Toby, what about Pete and drugs?
Oh, everybody's into drugs at that age.
You're not much older yourself.
Look, wouldn't you rather go somewhere quieter?
I would, but I'm afraid where I want to go is home. Alone. Some of us have work tomorrow.
In that case, I will help you find a taxi.
The perfect gentleman. Toby stood with me until the taxi arrived and I told the driver where to go. Only when I was inside did he try again.
We could have been good together, Kate.
Maybe in another time, another place, another...
Oh, don't say generation.
You're not that old. Good night.
Early next morning at Sam's, I was woken by a ring at the door. I dragged myself reluctantly out of bed and took the bouquet from a grinning delivery boy. I smiled as I read the accompanying card.
For what might have been,
it said. Under the message was a telephone number. I was still smiling when I got to the office.
You're looking cheerful this morning.
I got picked up by a young man last night. He sent me a dozen red roses.
Ooh, lucky you. Now, can you come down to earth for a minute and listen to this message on the answer phone? I saved it because I couldn't make it out.
It wasn't right. Him treating me like that. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but it wasn't right. Ask about Elmore.
Well, any ideas?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
There's a bit more of the same.
I don't want no more to do with it. Leave me alone from now on. Find Elmore. Talk to him.
That's Gordon Jarvis's secretary, Shirley. I'm sure it's her voice.
Who's Elmore?
Search me.
Well, I've made you that appointment with the personnel manager, Arnold Sampson.
Oh, goody.
12:30 today. Maybe he can shed some light on it. Here's his address. I've also looked into the Maitely fire. Nobody's talking about insurance fiddles. Word is that Jarvis didn't come out even from the damage. His cover wasn't good enough. His business is just sufficiently secure to survive the jolt, if he can get that council contract.
Thanks. By the way, have you taken to reading the glossies? What's with the Harpers and Queen on your desk?
Just an idea I had.
Oh, right. Well, I think I better pay a few bills before I take myself off to see Mr. Sampson. Maitely's is an odd sort of setup. Factory at one location, managing director at another, and personnel manager at a third. Cost cutting, I guess.
Now then, Miss Bayer, what can I do for you?
It's about Maitely's bid for the borough contract, Mr. Sampson.
Ah, yes. Coffee or something stronger?
Neither, thanks.
A cigarette, then?
I don't smoke.
Oh, quite agree. Filthy habit. Must stop. Now, how can I help?
Maitely's, the borough contract.
Well, we filled in your questionnaire. What more can I do for you?
I'd be interested in a list of Maitely's employees.
Is this usual?
You have any objection?
Well, can't see what harm it could do. Let's see now. Here we are. Never lost one of these yet. I'll get this photocopy for you. Hold on, I'll be back in half a moment.
He left the room, taking the papers with him. While he was gone, I got up and walked to the filing cabinet. I was just opening the drawer marked Maitely's when I felt his breath on my neck.
Nosy, aren't we, Miss Bayer? I'll just close that, if you've no objection. Here's that list you asked for.
No Elmore.
Should there be?
You tell me.
Don't tell me the borough's going to force us to choose our employees by their names.
I was told you employed an Elmore.
You were misinformed, Miss Bayer. And now, if the interrogation's over, I have a great deal of work to do.
Goodbye, Mr. Sampson. And thank you for all your help.
Good afternoon, Bayer Investigations. How can I help you?
Hi, Carmen. It's me. I need you to run some interference for me.
Like what?
I've seen Sampson. He denies all knowledge of anyone named Elmore. I've got to get a look at the list of former employees, so I need to get inside his office when he's not around.
So, what's the routine?
Set off the fire alarm, I think. There's one on each floor.
And if they lock their offices?
That's where you come in. Do you know someone who can deal with that?
No problem. I'll set something up and meet you outside Sampson's office in an hour.
Everybody get outside! Come on, please! Leave the building in an orderly fashion! There's no need to panic!
Carmen, you are brilliant! That was wonderful. Nearly as much fun as the good old days.
It's not like that anymore. We're getting too old to change the world.
I liked your friendly neighborhood locksmith. Very skillful with Sampson's office door. And now I've seen the undoctored list, I know who Elmore is. Elmore James, age 19. Formerly employed by mate Liz, but now no longer on the workforce.
Been quite a day for discoveries all round. I've got something to show you. Here, look at this old copy of Harper's in Jennifer's diary. That photo there.
It's mate Liz's boss, Gordon Jarvis.
And look who he's with.
There was a well-preserved blonde standing next to him. She had her hand partially obscuring her face because she was in the middle of toasting someone. But I realized at once who she was. The woman with Jarvis was Alicia's mother, Marion Weatherby.
In Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, dramatised for radio by Jill Brooke, Samantha Bond played Kate and Sandra James Young, Carmen. Alicia was played by Teresa Gallagher, Marion Weatherby, Jill Graham, Toby, Mark Straker, and Pete, James Duke. Sonny Ormond played Shirley, Rick Morgan, Gordon Jarvis, and John Webb, Arnold Sampson. The music was composed by Anthea Gomez and played by Anthea Gomez and Tim New. The play was directed by Sue Wilson. Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, dramatised in 5 parts for radio by Jill Brooke, with Samantha Bond as Kate and Sandra James Young as Carmen. Episode 2. Carmen and Kate are investigating a fire at Maitli's factory. Kate has also been hired by Marion Weatherby to protect her daughter from a man who's following her. Carmen finds a photograph of Gordon Jarvis, the factory owner, with Marion, Alicia's mother. Is there a connection?
Mrs. Richard Weatherby, Honorary Secretary of the Preservation Society with Mr. Gordon Jarvis, this year's Man of the Year. How do you do it, Carmen?
Desperation. I drew a blank on Marion Weatherby, so I decided to see whether she ever came out into the light. And for her type, the light's often the flash on a camera.
Mrs. Richard Weatherby. Where's he?
Richard Weatherby hasn't been around for years, Kate. Nobody knows whether he's alive or dead. Marion has a series of male escorts, Gordon Jarvis being the most recent, but she usually trades them in before it becomes serious. Jarvis has lasted longer than the rest, although he doesn't fit the mould. She even stuck her neck out to get him this upmarket environmental award.
The Jarvis connection can't be a coincidence. What has all this to do with Alicia?
Maybe nothing. Maybe Jarvis is up to something really dirty and he's got his lady friend to hire you on a bogus investigation so he can keep an eye on you.
I suppose it's possible. No, it can't be. Alicia is definitely in trouble. And there is a man following her. I don't get it.
You better go and ask Elmore James. He used to work for Jarvis after all.
Elmore James lived south of the river, in one of those areas of London which don't know what they're supposed to be. Undistinguished houses were dwarfed by unsuccessful council estates, surrounded by roads going nowhere. The address I'd taken from the Maitli files led me to a run-down, poky, two-story house with peeling paint and a neglected front yard.
Anyone home?
Yeah?
Elmore James?
Who wants to know?
My name's Kate Baer. I'd like to talk to you a minute.
What about?
Maitli's.
I don't want to talk to you. Not about nothing. Ever.
I'm not from Maitli's. I just want to know what you have on them.
Well, who says I'm connected?
You were employed there until recently. You left suddenly. Were you sacked?
Ask them.
They won't talk about you. What happened?
What could have happened? Look at me. Look at my hands. I've suffered enough. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Elmore had the most terrible injuries, Carmen. Burns, and fractures too, I think. Anyway, either he's too frightened to talk, or they've bought his silence.
So you want me to have a try? I don't like it.
But you'll do it.
Don't be so sure.
But you've always come through before. What's holding you back now?
I thought you might know.
Damn it, Carmen, you're talking in riddles.
You want me to see Elmore because we're both black?
I'm sorry.
You're the boss, I'll do it.
I wouldn't force you.
I said I'd do it. Just don't try and salve your conscience by making me tell you it's fine and dandy.
Right then. Find out what Elmore's got on Maitli's. Or what they've got on him. I'm going to Alicia's school concert this evening. Although I don't expect I'll get picked up like I did at her last performance. Toby Stafford was definitely a one-off.
I arrived at Alicia's school in plenty of time to meet her before the concert started. But I reckoned without the school caretaker lurking in his glass cubicle.
Where are you going?
I've come for the concert.
Oh, have you now? Bit early, aren't we?
There's somebody I want to see.
There would be, wouldn't there? But you and me both know the rules. No entry to school after hours, and you should have done your seeing before 4 o'clock.
I'm not a schoolgirl. I'm 33.
Yeah, and I'm your dead mum's auntie now. Clear off.
Mr. Tillman, what are you doing?
Oh, you know the rules, Ma'am. After all the vandalism, no pupils outside school hours.
Really, Mr. Tillman, this young woman is not one of ours. Surely you can see that.
Thank you.
Perhaps I can help you. I'm headmistress here. You're looking for one of our pupils?
Alicia Weatherby.
Ah, Alicia. So talented. We're indeed proud of her progress. Now, you take the east wing staircase, turn left at the top and follow the corridor.
Her instructions for reaching the gym-cum-concert hall went on for a good 2 minutes. Even so, it took me 20 minutes to find Alicia, who was sitting by a window on a stairwell.
Alicia.
Oh, sorry, Kate. I was thinking about something.
Something interesting?
Not really.
What happened to Richard?
Richard?
Your father.
Oh, him. I don't know. He disappeared when I was about 10. I never heard from him again.
Do you miss him?
Oh, no. I can hardly remember him. I'm always nervous before a concert, and somehow it's worse at school. I suppose it's my two worlds coming together, and I think they're going to collide. My home life is so different from the other girls in many ways.
How do you mean?
I mean, some of them are musical too, but they aren't as dedicated as I am, and they don't get as much support from their families.
Do you feel...
I'm reminded to practice.
Alicia.
Oh, Pete, I was going to come and get you.
Yeah, well, I had to run past that caretaker. You know how he's got it in for me.
I'm sorry, Pete. I'm really sorry.
Come on, let's go somewhere.
I'm on soon.
Would I ever forget? But you can drink coffee, can't you?
Of course. Oh. See you later, Kate.
That was the last time I saw Alicia before the concert began. It was a bit of a shambles, acoustically what you'd expect from a gym, I suppose. But Alicia seemed different on stage. Not nervous like before the concert, but calm and confident.
Was the man watching her again?
No. It wasn't until the interval, after I'd grabbed a drink and started to look for Alicia, that I saw him, standing by the doors leading to the stairs. He looked as if he were waiting for somebody. Somebody he was sure wouldn't let him down.
What was he like?
Well-dressed. Wealthy, but as if he didn't have to work for his money. He had a very nice face, though, open and welcoming. Not the kind of face you'd expect to terrorize a young girl. He looked like somebody's caring father.
More like a protector.
Exactly. Anyway, I walked up and stood beside him. But to begin with, he didn't acknowledge my presence. Just arrived? I saw you last night. Are you interested in music?
That's one way of putting it.
Any music, or just the sort made by Alicia Weatherby?
Why do you want to know?
I'm a friend of Alicia's.
Well then, friend, let me reassure you that my intentions are honourable.
Maybe you should state them.
But how do I know I can trust you?
My name's Kate Baer, and I'm doing some of the worrying for Alicia.
James Morgan, how do you do? I'm delighted to meet a friend of Alicia's. She needs them. Especially when they're soberer than this one. Yes, Pete.
Alicia will see you after the concert in the sixth form common room. Alone.
That one's trouble. I think you'd better get back to your seat, Kate. Second half is about to begin.
Aren't you coming too?
Well, I have some business to transact. However, I do hope we can meet again. If you truly are a friend of Alicia, I'd like to discuss her further.
Whoever had planned the concert had kept the second half short and dramatic. It was over in 45 minutes. Alicia came up to me as soon as the clapping abated.
I'm sorry to give you the runaround, Kate, but there's someone I must see.
Are you seeing James Morgan?
Yes.
Maybe I should keep you company.
Thanks, but this is for me alone. It's all been a big misunderstanding. Will you meet me in the pub on the corner in half an hour? I'll explain then.
The pub was dark as well as noisy. I bought myself a Bloody Mary and sat down to think. There was something bothering me about James Morgan. I felt that I'd seen him before, but in completely different circumstances. When he'd shaken my hand, I saw how long his fingers were, and noticed the whitened scar that ran by his thumb. By the end of an hour, my head was pounding, so I got up and left the pub. The school gates were open, and I walked through unchallenged until I reached the main staircase.
Oi! You! Where do you think you're going? I'm warning you! I'll call the police!
Alicia? Is that you, Alicia? She was bending over something at the bottom of the stairs. She started and looked up like a wild animal, her eyes shining in the darkness. I found a light switch and clicked it on, and saw what Alicia had been mourning over. It was the body of James Morgan. He's dead, Alicia.
I know. I killed him. I killed him.
What's going on? I heard you, and I'm coming to see. Then there'll be trouble.
That The caretaker. Come away, Alicia. Leave him. This way. Through these doors.
Hey! You two! What are you doing here? It's against the rules! Oh. My God.
Where's the nearest exit? We've got to get out of here, Alicia. He'll call the police.
I can't run away. I'm responsible. I must be punished.
Go on, Alicia. Move. Just keep walking. Where does this fire exit lead, Alicia? Alicia! God will never get out of here if you'd only help me push the door, Alicia! Which way's the back? Come on. Run! I'll take you to a friend's place. You'll be safe there. Quick! Here's my car. Get in.
Kate?
This is Alicia Weatherby.
Oh.
I thought you wouldn't mind me bringing her here.
Not at all. Hello.
It's all right, Alicia. Sam's a friend. You go into the sitting room while I make some tea.
Yeah.
Darling, what's up?
I'll tell you later, Sam. Would you mind keeping out of the way? She's in a very shocked state, and I'm afraid the presence of a strange man might freak her out totally.
That's okay. It's past my bedtime anyway.
You do look a bit tired. What have you been working on?
Oh, it's still that lecture on the pros and cons of rhyme. I'm finding it difficult to be objective.
Well, you know what I think? I've always got time for rhyme.
Oh, I'm off. I'll be in the bedroom if you need me.
Thanks. Oh, one thing, though. Does the name James Morgan ring a bell?
Morgan? Is he a musician?
Well, I'm not sure. You know, classical music isn't really my thing. To be sure, I've never played a saxophone. The kettle's nearly boiling. Want a drink? Tea, coffee, herb tea?
Oh, tea you can put milk in, please. You know, Morgan was a musician. A pianist. A child prodigy, in fact. There was something about him in one of the Sundays a while back. He developed some kind of disease which affected his joints. I think he had several operations, but could never play as well again.
That accounts for the scar I noticed on his hand. Poor man.
Yes, he vanished from the music scene for a time and then came back to help talented protégés.
Alicia was the perfect target. Talented but mixed up. Maybe he understood her problem and decided to help solve it. And got himself killed instead. It doesn't make sense.
Killed?
Someone murdered him this evening. Drink your tea, Alicia. The dead man was James Morgan, the music impresario.
Yes.
What did he want with you?
He was interested in me. He thought I had talent.
And?
He offered to supervise my progress to what he called nurse me to maturity.
So what happened?
I told you, I killed him.
How?
I pushed him. We met on the stairs and we started to argue, and I got angry and pushed him.
How long did the argument take?
We started almost immediately.
And carried on for an hour out on the stairs when you could have talked in the common room?
We meant to. It was locked.
Was it?
It's my fault, Kate. I killed him.
Okay. Let's say I believe you. Why did you?
I told you. We were having an argument. I pushed him
All
down
13 stone of him down the stairs in a fit of pique.
That's right.
You'll have to do better than that if you want to convince me. What were you arguing about?
Music.
Oh, good enough reason to kill, I suppose.
He said I should be a pianist, that I was throwing away my talents on the violin.
That must have really annoyed you.
And he was rude to me. He said some terrible things about my mother.
What sort of things?
Terrible things.
So you killed him. Come on. I better take you home. Your mother will be getting worried.
What are you going to do?
Sleep on it. I suggest you do the same.
God, I can't find my keys.
You'll just have to ring the bell. Maybe your mother's waiting up for you. Perhaps I'd better ask the doorman if he has a spare key.
Oh, don't bother. Someone's coming.
Oh, Miss Alicia.
Thank you, Eva. Don't go for a moment. Do me a favor, please. Get Mrs. Weatherby.
Miss Alicia.
It's important. I'll take responsibility. Oh, very well, then. I'll wake her.
No.
Which is her room? I'll try every door.
No, don't do that. You will set off the burglar alarms. I will call her. Please, wait in the drawing room. Mrs. Weatherby has trouble sleeping, so she hates to be disturbed after she's gone to bed, but I know how to handle her.
What on earth is going on? I told you we were to have no more of these late-night dramatics, Alicia. I hired you to protect my daughter, Miss Bear, not to keep her out late into the night.
I've been doing my best. I think you'd better hear us out. Marion Weatherby had difficulty keeping her eyes open, Carmen. I'd like to know exactly what the doctor writes on his prescription pad when he gives her sleeping pills.
Interesting.
Anyway, I told her about my conversation with Morgan, how I'd arranged to meet Alicia in the pub, but discovered her instead by the dead body at the foot of the stairs. I left out the bit about her confession, but I needn't have bothered.
Did you kill him, Alicia?
Why do you ask?
Please don't interfere. Did you kill him?
Yes.
You didn't.
I am responsible.
Eva?
Yes, Mrs. Weatherby?
Eva, run a hot bath for Miss Alicia, and while she's waiting, pour her a small brandy. I'll join you both as soon as I can.
Come with me, Miss Alicia.
Don't worry, darling. It'll be all right. I'll come and give you something to help you sleep. Thank you for your prompt action in bringing Alicia home, Miss Bear.
Why did you ask Alicia if she killed Morgan?
That need not concern you. My daughter is under my protection, and I assure you I will look after her to the best of my abilities.
Like accusing her of murder?
I didn't put the words into her mouth.
And I don't think she did it.
I'm touched by your loyalty.
What motive would she have had?
I think she had cause.
I have a right to know...
You have no rights. While supposedly in your care, my daughter has committed a brutal murder. One could even say that makes you an accomplice. Miss Bear, I do not feel that I owe you an explanation. However, I will attempt to explain. Alicia is a charming child, but that is all she is, a child. And one with a capacity for destruction. I'm not sure that she will ever grow up. She's never been normal.
Mrs. Weatherby...
Please, hear me out. Even as a child, she was unusual. Perhaps her character suffered because of her musical abilities. I've heard it said that genius comes at a price.
And what was Alicia's price?
A certain coldness, even unscrupulousness. She can be completely amoral. As her mother, I know that only too well.
Are you going to call the police?
I'll consult my solicitor and then act as I see fit. And now I would like to go and see my daughter.
Good night, then, Mrs. Weatherby.
You'd better not leave until I ring downstairs, otherwise the doorman might well take you for an intruder.
And there you have the whole story, Carmen.
Do you think she did it?
Why should she? James Morgan was offering her help, and if there's one thing Alicia needs, it's help. Besides, how could she have? An 8-stone girl against a substantial man. She didn't do it.
Well, then who did?
Search me, maybe he fell. Who knows?
And do we care? These people are the limit. They're parasites who are using you for their own ends. They'll squash you like an ant if it serves their purposes.
That's more or less what Sam said after I got back last night. But I feel responsible for Alicia. She's different.
Who are you kidding? Sure, Alicia's different. She's young. She's still only in training. Give her a few years and she'll fit right in there.
What's wrong with you? Why are you so angry?
Well, Marion Weatherby phoned before you came in and left a message. Effectively, what she said was thank you and goodbye. Send her your bill, a reasonable one, you understand, and she'll pay. She doesn't want you contacting her daughter anymore.
Oh.
Is that all you've got to say? It's not like you to take this lying down.
I don't know where to go from here. And I know you won't tackle these private jobs.
And you agreed I didn't have to, so don't expect me to bail you out of this one. It's strictly between you and the rich. I'm just the office assistant.
You didn't want to be a partner when I started the agency. You didn't want to be tied down. Anyway, I'm sorry about yesterday.
Forget about yesterday. I have work to do.
Any news about Elmore?
I warn you, Kate. Give it a break.
But this is a business, our business.
I'm working on it.
I was so tired I fell asleep in the afternoon. So Carmen suggested I should go home to get some rest. She said if it would keep me happy, she'd go and see Elmore James. And she put the answering machine on so that she could phone in and leave a progress report. I thanked her and offered to clear up before I went. Carmen left, and I spent a quarter of an hour alternating between washing coffee cups and splashing cold water on my face. It was an effort to wake up properly. But eventually I got myself organized to leave the office and closed the door behind me. It was while I was looking up that I felt a hand cross my shoulder. I turned to face the owner.
Kate Bayer?
Who wants to know?
Police. Come with us, please.
You're not in uniform. Do you have authorization?
Don't give us any trouble. We don't like trouble, do we, Jim?
Oh, no.
Are you arresting me?
Do you want us to?
You can't do this.
Oh, can't we? I'd have thought that somebody of your background would know all about the Prevention of Terrorism Act. I bet you even demonstrated against it. Now you have the pleasure of seeing it in action.
What's that got to do with me? I'm no terrorist. Let me go.
Vocal, isn't she?
Can't say I like them that way. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know, Terry. I like a bit of spirit in a woman. Now, get into the car, Miss Bayer. The inspector wants a word with you at the station.
In here. Now sit down and be a good girl and answer the inspector's questions nicely.
I demand to know why I'm here. I want to make a phone call. I want my lawyer.
Got a live one here, haven't we, boys?
It's been going like that all the time, sir. Someone needs to shut her mouth.
You can't hold me like this.
Can't we just? You thought this country was soft compared to where you came from, didn't you, eh? Portugal, wasn't it? Right. Let's have your movements during last week. I want to know where you ate, slept and washed. I want everything. You could just be quick about it.
I want to see my lawyer.
Oh, all in good time, girlie.
I have a right to a phone call.
Oh, only if you've been formally arrested. You're only what we call helping the police with their inquiries. Don't you know anything? And you a so-called private detective? How long did you say you've been in this country?
I didn't.
You are naturalised British, though, aren't you? We have witnesses, you know. Plenty of them.
I demand to make a phone call.
Just my luck, boys. She's going to be difficult. I'll get her out of my sight. Makes me sick.
Right. Come on.
I was left in a cell for an hour. It felt as if someone was programming my visit. Someone with an obsessive attention to detail. The man who let me out was uniformed and carried a huge bunch of keys.
Where are you taking me?
You've heard of an identity parade, I'm sure. Now get in here with the rest of the women. You can stand where you want. Just don't take all day choosing.
I object. I demand to know why I'm here. I want my rights.
You better stop talking or you'll be identified by your noise.
I stood in line and shut up. We were there for a short time and then the policeman was back.
That'll be all, thank you, ladies. That doesn't include you. The inspector hasn't finished with you yet. I've no escapes on my record and you're not going to change that.
You might as well come clean, Kate. We've got all the evidence we need.
What evidence?
You've been identified by school caretaker. He'll testify you were there twice that evening. He saw you enter the second time, but he never saw you leave.
What am I supposed to have done?
We don't want to be hard on you. There are other things we shall find. We'll get at least 20 witnesses who saw you talking to Morgan earlier in the evening. We know you were with him, and we know you pushed him. Tell us why. We're on your side, Kate. Were you lovers?
I want to see my lawyer.
We won't go for first degree if it wasn't premeditated. But we can only help you if you help us.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
There's a message for you.
Oh, well, give it to me. Get her out of here, fast.
I was manhandled out of the interview room and into a Black Maria whose windows were darkened. As we drove, I wondered who had told the caretaker my name. How had they known where to pick me up? Had Marion Weatherby implicated me in order to conceal her daughter's complicity? After about 15 minutes, we came to a stop and the van doors were opened. I had been shunted to a different police station. I was shown into another cell, locked in, and left to my own devices.
Let me out of here. I demand to use a phone. I want my lawyer. Let me out. Let me out, God damn you. Let me out.
In Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, dramatised for radio by Jill Brooke, Samantha Bond played Kate, and Sandra James Young, Carmen. Alicia was played by Teresa Gallagher, Marion Weatherby, Jill Graham, Pete, James Duke, and Inspector Krant, John Dixon. Patterson Joseph played Elmore James, David Holt, Sam and Jim, Sonny Ormond, Headmistress and Eva, and Philip Anthony, James and the policeman. Terry was played by Matthew Morgan, and the caretaker, John Webb. The music was composed by Anthea Gomez and played by Anthea Gomez and Tim New. The play was directed by Sue Wilson. Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, dramatised in 5 parts for radio by Jill Brooke, with Samantha Bond as Kate and Sandra James Young as Carmen. Episode 3. While Kate and Carmen are investigating a fire at Maitlis factory and the death of James Morgan, they discover that Marion Weatherby, another of Kate's clients, may be the link between them. Her daughter Alicia confesses to Kate that she killed Morgan, though Kate doesn't believe this. Unexpectedly, Kate is arrested for Morgan's murder and refused a lawyer or a phone call.
I must have slept fitfully for about 6 hours. When I awoke, I started to bang on the cell door again. But nobody came. The awful thought crossed my mind that no one knew where I was. A good 2 hours later, a fresh-faced young policeman finally unlocked the door.
This way.
Wait there.
I demand to see a solicitor.
Don't you all?
Oh, you're cynical. Are you practicing for when you grow up?
Oh, watch it. Here comes Inspector Krant. Sir?
Well, you have been lucky, Kate. We've had a confession.
But that's not...
Now, before you start throwing accusations about police brutality and incorrect procedure, let me warn you. We'll want to know exactly what you were doing in that school, and why. We might even charge you with wasting police time and concealing evidence. Now, that's a serious offence in your line of business.
You'd never be able to...
Don't think I won't do it. There's a note circulating now that says if you were brought before the authorities for any reason whatsoever, then I personally will stitch you up in court. And you won't be the only one who gets hurt. Right. Get her out of here.
Sure. Come on, you.
Get your hands off me. Sam, thank you for coming to collect me.
Don't be daft.
I thought you said you weren't going to bail me out, Carmen.
I should have left you there. Come on, let's go and find the car.
Where the hell are we?
Tottenham. The police moved you when our solicitor found out where you were. It's taken half the night to catch up with you again.
Grant said he had a confession.
Let's go back to your flat and eat. You must be starving. And maybe you should have a bath. More coffee?
Thanks. That food just about saved my life.
Good.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Who confessed?
Well,
I'll find out sometime.
Pete Archie.
Alicia Weatherby's boyfriend?
That's right.
What did he do? Walk into his local police station and come clean? Couldn't stand the thought of my incarceration for a crime I hadn't committed?
Not exactly.
Oh, don't tell me. Pete wanted publicity. He saw how famous James Morgan was, and he phoned the press.
He OD'd.
Dead?
He killed himself.
How would anybody know that?
Because he left a note confessing to Morgan's murder. He said he did it in a jealous fit when he thought Morgan was going to take Alicia away from him.
Long note. How did you know I'd been arrested?
I tried to get hold of you by leaving messages at the office and then at home. When I didn't hear from you, I had a feeling something wasn't right, so I contacted Sam.
Yes, we did a bit of detective work. Mr. Singh from the travel agent said he saw you leave with two men who looked so much like thugs that he guessed they were policemen.
Then we got Colin from the law centre to find out where you were. When we arrived at the police station, we discovered that you'd been moved, and no one would own up to knowing where you'd gone.
They went to a lot of trouble for a Commonwealth Garden murder suspect.
Maybe they were doing somebody a favour.
I don't believe it. About Pete. Junkies don't leave confessions and conveniently go and overdose. Their whole life is denial.
So what? Leave it alone
You
now.
think I'm going to give up? I want to know what's going on.
Why? Because you were held in a police station? It happens to black people all the time. What makes your experience so special?
Okay. Did anyone buy the Sunday papers?
Oh, so there's life in you after all. I was beginning to wonder.
There might be something in them about James Morgan.
Does anyone fancy a drink?
It's a bit early in the day.
Yeah, but after a night like that, we'll go and find a real ale pub that's open and we can buy the papers on the way.
I'll second that.
What does the Times say, Sam?
Not a lot. Just that Morgan was found dead by the school caretaker. The police are investigating, but suspect that he fell by accident during a dizzy spell. His death was a tragedy for music.
Much the same in the Observer. Except that they say his death was a calamity. No mention of murders and confessions.
Another drink, either of you?
No, better not. There's work to do.
Yes, boss.
What was the message?
What message?
The one you said you'd leave in the office. Was it about Elmo?
Oh, yeah. I went to see him. I had a lot of difficulty getting in, but eventually I persuaded him to talk. He was injured in the fire at Mateley's factory.
That's it. A compensation scandal.
Afraid not. According to Elmore, Gordon Jarvis's firm has been more than generous to him. They paid for his private medical care and they're supplementing his income until he's able to work again. Then they'll give him his job back.
It doesn't make sense.
You just looking for trouble on this one, girl? Let it alone.
Kate's right, it doesn't add up. I mean, who ever heard of a firm like that being so spontaneously generous?
Suppose so. Oh, looks like I'm back at Elmore's doorstep.
And I on the Weatherby's.
Kate.
If Marion did give my name to the police, how could she expect to do it without incriminating Alicia? Carmen, could you do one thing more?
Could I refuse?
Find out who Inspector Krant is. I got a feeling that he's involved in something unsavory. When his 2 henchmen picked me up, it didn't go down well with a uniformed guy driving the police car. I caught sight of his expression in the driving mirror, and I thought he looked pretty disgusted by his colleague's behavior. Maybe I just imagined I had an ally. Somehow I don't think so. What Krant did to me went beyond the call of duty.
Well, miss, what can I do for you?
Are the Weatherbys at home? I need to see them urgently. It's Kate Baer.
There's Miss Bayer here to see you, madam. Right you are. Someone will be down in a moment. Have a seat.
Not right now. I'd rather talk to you. Have you worked here long?
Who wants to know?
You know my name. I'm employed by the Weatherbys.
That's not how I heard it. Word is they've given you the sack. About time, too, if you ask me. What the police can't deal with is best left alone in this life. That's what I say.
Oh, really? Sorry I can't stay to hear more of your valuable opinions. Seems they're ready for me.
Miss Baer, allow me to introduce myself. Trevor Plastid. I'm the Weatherby's solicitor.
In that case, let's talk.
Naturally.
Upstairs.
Unfortunately that is out of the question. Obviously Mrs. Weatherby is grateful for your efforts on her daughter's behalf, but she feels that there is nothing more that can be done. Oh, I do apologize for your fruitless journey. I was assured that a message had been transmitted through your secretary.
It was. The trouble is I'm not going along with it.
I warn you, should you persist in interfering in the life of my client or her daughter, you will leave me with no option but to act.
What would you do? Arrest me and have me locked up? I thought that's where I came in.
What are you implying?
I'm sure you could work it out given time. You see, when I was released from jail, I was very clearly warned by the police that if I protested about my treatment, they would drag Alicia's name through the mud. The police are clever. They know I might not want that for reasons of loyalty to my employer. You, however, are not being so quick on the draw.
That is blackmail.
Call it what you like. I'm not proud.
Come with me. I will inform Mrs. Weatherby that a further consultation is desirable. But you must understand the household is in some disarray after recent events.
I'm confident that Mr. Plastid has passed on my gratitude to you, Miss Baer. And my daughter's, too, of course.
Oh, yes.
Your arrest must have been thoroughly unpleasant. An acknowledgement of that fact will be reflected in your fee.
Money does not seem to be in the front of Miss Baer's mind, Marion. If I understand her correctly, she merely welcomes the opportunity to clear the air, as do we all.
What air?
The air in this room. The air that led you to assume your daughter killed a stranger and the way to get her out of trouble was to implicate me, making sure I couldn't be tracked by my friends.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, try harder. I know it was you had me arrested because who else could have identified me to the police so fast and knew where they'd find me? 2 nights ago, I told you the whole story, school caretaker and all. Funny how he came to an identification parade so quickly. You probably even supplied the police with my fingerprints from one of your bone china cups.
I resent that.
You mean a nut china?
I'm sure you will understand that Mrs. Weatherby was motivated by concern for her daughter. Surely the matter can rest now that it has been cleared up satisfactorily.
Because you conveniently found another murderer?
Hush, Alicia, darling.
I need to ask Alicia some questions.
I don't think you quite understand.
We have no objections to that.
In private.
I'm afraid that is impossible.
Alicia, you told me you murdered James Morgan. Was it true?
No.
Did Pete kill him?
He said he did. He left a note.
What exactly happened that night?
James asked to see me, And when I realised who he was, I saw how silly I'd been to be scared. So I agreed to meet him. Pete showed him the way, and then James asked him to leave us alone. Pete didn't like that, but he said he'd wait for me at the end of the corridor.
And then?
James and I talked. He was so friendly and understanding. He knew what it was like to play, you see. Really play, I mean.
Why had he been following you?
He hadn't. He'd been coming to my concerts to see whether I was good enough to be worth helping. He said I should concentrate my talents on the piano.
Did you agree?
It's what I always wanted.
Alicia,
How long did you talk to James?
About half an hour. He said he would persuade my mother to let me drop the violin, and then it was time to meet you.
So you both left?
No.
James Morgan left first? Why did he do that?
I wanted to think about what he'd said. He suggested that I should, so he told me he would tell Pete to come and get me. I'm scared of the dark, you see.
And?
I waited and waited. I was so happy I didn't notice the time passing, and then I got worried, so I went to look for Pete.
Did you find him?
I found James.
Was he by himself? When was the last time you saw Pete?
You've done enough, leave her alone.
I might as well finish. When was the last time you saw Pete?
Last night.
Did he tell you he killed James Morgan? Did you tell him you killed James Morgan? Then why did you tell me that you had?
I don't know. I'm tired. Can I go
Yes,
now?
of course you can.
One last question. Why did you hire me?
You know why, Miss Bear. We didn't know who James Morgan was or what his intentions were.
I'm surprised Alicia didn't recognize him. His photograph was in the newspapers.
My daughter is too busy to read the papers.
My question was why Alicia chose me to investigate.
I really cannot see the point of this.
But Alicia can, can't you?
I don't know what you mean.
Neither do I. I think you've done enough harm. Trevor, will you ring for Eva?
Yes. There is no need for further investigation. I'll confirm that in writing, but please, meanwhile, accept my word for it on behalf of my client.
You rang?
Miss Bear is leaving. Will you see her out, please? Goodbye, Miss Bear. And thank you so much for your assistance.
This way, Miss Bear.
It's all right, Eva. I know the way. Do you have any time off today?
I'll be free when I've served lunch.
Great. Meet me in the wine bar opposite these flats in half an hour. Goodbye, Eva.
Good day, miss.
Hello, Eva. Over here.
How can I help you?
Sit down. I just want to talk, that's all.
He did warn me.
Who did?
Fred. The doorman at the flats, he told me to watch out because you were pumping the staff.
He didn't like it. Do you feel the same?
I hope I never do. He's a crawler. Thinks he'll get treated better if he does what he's told. More fool him.
Now will you join me? Wine, coffee?
A glass of number 7, please. The Muscadet. And make sure it's well chilled. Good wine is one of the things I miss most in England.
You come from Hungary?
How did you know?
I've got a Hungarian friend. Your accent is familiar. Why did you leave?
I married an Englishman. I loved him because I thought he was exotic. But in England, I realized he was just as parochial as every other Englishman.
But you're not going back to Hungary?
It's been a long time. I was a bit slow at getting rid of him. He wouldn't leave the flat, so in the end, I had to go.
Is that why you took a live-in job?
Just till I find my feet. Now, what do you want to know? I have a language class to attend.
Your English seems pretty good to me.
I'm learning Chinese. I thought it would be useful to have a 6th language under my belt.
Here comes your wine.
Thanks. Prosit. That's good. Okay, ask away.
I want to know where Richard Weatherby is. Marian's ex-husband. Is he dead?
I wouldn't think so. I once heard Mrs. Weatherby refer to him. Oh, she spoke with such hatred, I assumed he was still alive. And I feel his presence.
In what way?
Oh, probably my imagination.
What goes on between Alicia and her mother?
They fight like cat and dog. It's not normal. It's as if there's some problem from years back that they could never solve.
What do they fight about?
You name it. What instrument Alicia should play, her boyfriends, men...
Men like Gordon Jarvis.
Him too, when he was on the scene.
He's left?
Marion gave him the push only the other day. It's her normal pattern. She won't let anybody get too close to her. She's quite ruthless.
What does Alicia think of this constant stream of men?
She doesn't like it. Not that she's allowed any say. Marion keeps her out of the way as if she's confining her to the nursery. I think that's why she's such an immature mess.
Mrs. Weatherby isn't in such great shape herself.
What do you expect? She takes too many drugs.
Like Pete.
Maybe that's why Alicia chose him. Oh, look at the time. Got to go or I'll be late for my class. Thanks for the drink.
Anytime.
She smiled and left me holding the bill for her very expensive glass of wine. There was a woman who knew what she was doing. It was only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I was practically asleep when I got back to the flat. It was empty. Sam had left some flowers and a note. Gone to try and work. Carmen phoned and 3 hang-ups. It read. My bed beckoned me. I thought about having my second bath of the day to get me in the mood for sleep, but decided I was so exhausted I'd probably drown. Instead, I made straight for the horizontal. Just then the phone rang. It was Carmen.
Kate?
Hi.
I've got the story from Elmore and it makes interesting telling.
Where are you now?
Not far. We'll be over soon.
Oh, right. Thanks. See you. Bye.
Kate.
Hi.
It's Toby Stafford. We had a drink after Alicia Weatherby's concert the other day.
Oh, hi. Have you been hanging up on my boyfriend?
I was hoping he wasn't. Although that's not necessarily an obstacle, is it?
I'm really not in the mood for this.
I've called it a bad time. Perhaps another day?
Yeah, perhaps.
Sorry I disturbed you.
He hung up, apologizing sincerely. And at that point, the doorbell rang. I stubbed my toe while going for the button to let them in. But one look at Carmen's face was enough to stem my ill temper.
Thanks for coming, Elmore. Do sit down.
Carmen hammered some sense into me. And she gave me some guarantees.
Like what?
I told Elmore that anything he tells the two of us doesn't go any further. We have to keep quiet unless we can find corroborative evidence that leaves him out of it.
That seems fair enough.
Tell Kate what you told me.
I worked at Maitely's for 6 months, soldering one piece of transistor to another. The pay wasn't much, but after 2 years on the social, you aren't that fussy. One day while I was at work, I smelled a fire. It happened so quickly. It was all around me by the time I realised I was in danger. And I passed out. One of my mates, Tommy Parsons, came back for me. He carried me to the window. I broke both legs, but I was lucky. Tommy wasn't so lucky. He died in the inferno.
Was there an investigation?
Sure there was. I was in hospital, but my mum went to Tommy's inquest. She said everything was done above board and Maitely's offered generous compensation to Tommy's wife. Just like they looked after me. She took the money. So did I. What choice did we have?
Kate, look at this photocopy. I got it from the council. It's the latest plans of Maitely's, drawn up before the fire and approved by the authorities.
So?
Elmore had to jump from a second-floor window.
So what?
Look again.
No second floor?
Exactly.
So what happened?
Maitlis was doing well. All the YTS people meant that Jarvis could cut his labour costs down to a minimum. Only trouble was, he didn't have enough room for them all.
He solved that by having a second tier built inside the existing factory. It was made entirely of wood, so the light jobs were done up there and the heavy machinery was kept downstairs. We got to the new floor by climbing up a ladder.
Which turned the place into a fire trap without any safety exits.
And nobody complained?
We told the environmental health man, who said that if Maitlis didn't try to comply with the fire regulations and do some expensive repairs, the fire department could slap a closure order on them.
And that wouldn't make it cost effective, so they'd all lose their jobs.
Instead of our lives.
Thanks for coming, Elmore. I'll get you a taxi to take you home.
I'll take a bus.
Are you sure?
I've got to start living again. It's okay, Carmen, I can manage.
Goodbye, and thank you again.
It's no problem. I'll see myself out.
Is he going to be okay?
As okay as life will allow.
So what are we going to do now?
One of us should go talk to Tommy Parsons' wife. If we could get her to open the case again, we'd be getting somewhere. Remember, we promised to do nothing without corroboration. And what about your tame capitalist?
Who? Oh, you mean Jonathan Blenter, the man from the stock exchange?
That's right. Ask him if he knows anything about Maitlis.
I tried him once and he didn't seem to have heard of them.
So try again. How many other connections have you got with the business world?
If you insist. At least it'll give me something to do. I got the sack in person this morning.
Again? Does Alicia agree?
Who knows? She's acting like little girl lost. Maybe you and Sam were right. I should give up on them.
What? Even with the Jarvis connection?
I'm beginning to think that's just a red herring.
What do you mean?
Well, suppose Alicia gets to overhear Jarvis telling her mother that Bayer Investigations is annoying him with time-wasting inquiries.
And he hates local authority snoopers.
Like us. Quite. Anyway, something he says makes Alicia suspect all is not kosher in Maitli affairs, so she chooses me as her detective.
But why?
Because she hopes that as well as solving her problems, I'd also drop Jarvis in it.
What has she got against him?
Maybe she just doesn't want her mother to have a lover. There's so much aggro between the two of them, she'd probably delight in messing up Marion's relationship with Gordon. In fact, according to the maid Eva, it's over now.
So, you think it all boils down to sex?
Make a change, wouldn't it?
Well, I must be going.
And I'll telephone Jonathan Blenter to see if he can dig up some dirt on Maitlis. And then I'm going to bed. Alone. To sleep. Who is it?
I'm terribly sorry to disturb you at this time of night, but it is...
What time is it?
I beg your pardon? Oh, I see. I'm afraid it's nearly 4 a.m.
Oh.
Miss Bayer, are you there?
This had better be good.
This is Trevor Plastid, Marion Weatherby's solicitor.
What happened? They killed somebody else?
I will ignore that, given the lateness of the hour.
Big of you. So what's up?
Marion Weatherby is very concerned. She has been burgled.
Tell the police. I believe they run an all-night service. Bye. If this isn't very, very important, I won't be able to answer for my actions.
The problem is that Mrs. Weatherby does not think it wise to inform the police. Some extremely valuable items have disappeared.
Call the insurance company. Although I'd wait until the morning if I were you.
That's not all, I'm afraid. Alicia has gone too. She seems to have run away.
In Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, dramatised for radio by Jill Brooke, Samantha Bond played Kate and Sandra James Young, Carmen. Alicia was played by Teresa Gallagher, Marion Weatherby, Jill Graham, Trevor Plastid, Keith Drinkle, Sam, David Holt, and Inspector Crant, John Dixon. Sonny Ormond played Eva, Mark Straker, Toby, Patterson Joseph, Elmore James, and Barry J. Gordon, the doorman. The music was composed by Anthea Gomez and played by Anthea Gomez and Tim New. The play was directed by Sue Wilson. Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, dramatised in 5 parts for radio by Jill Brooke, with Samantha Bond as Kate and Sandra James Young as Carmen. Episode 4. Elmore James, who was injured in the fire at Maitland's, tells Carmen and Kate that the factory did not comply with fire regulations. Trevor Plastid, the solicitor of another of Kate's clients, phones to say that Marion Weatherby has been burgled and her daughter Alicia has run away.
When did Alicia go?
This afternoon, Miss Bear, after you and I left the flat. Apparently Alicia became rather distraught. Words were exchanged and she rushed out. Her mother expected her to return when she calmed down, but when Marion discovered the burglary, she went into Alicia's room and she wasn't there.
Why don't you try Alicia's friends, Mr. Plastid? I've no idea where she is.
We don't know where to start. We would be immensely grateful if we could discuss it with you.
On one condition.
Name it.
This time, if I'm hired, I stay hired. The job's over when I say so.
Agreed. Will you meet me at the Weatherbys?
I'm on my way.
Oh, good morning, miss.
You work all hours, Fred.
I'm on a late shift as a favour to the night doorman. I shouldn't be here. I should be in bed.
I know how you feel.
Hey, you tell the Weatherbys I didn't see any burglar. I swear I didn't see anybody. You tell them.
After your blood, are they?
I was here all the time.
Right.
You tell them.
Okay. Let go of my arm so I can go and tell them.
Don't toy with me.
Now, let's see what you've got to be worried about.
You can't go in my cubicle. It's private.
Were you scared of someone finding these?
You wouldn't.
Don't worry. It's not my job to lose you yours. Just don't try pushing me around.
How did you know about the gin?
The smell of peppermints. Every time I came to see the Weatherbys. Oh, tell them I'm on my way up, would you?
We're extremely grateful to you, Miss Bear.
Good. Got a new contract?
I trust this will suffice.
This seems fine, Mr. Plastid.
Mrs. Weatherby is in the drawing room. Miss Bear is here, Marion.
Oh, thank you for coming at this ungodly hour. You must find our behaviour very difficult to understand. I've had quite a shock.
What happened?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know, wouldn't we all?
I mean what happened last night. Where do you think Alicia has gone?
Oh, my darling, darling daughter. You're thinking that I'm not a very good mother. Well, perhaps you're right. But it's not all me. Oh, no, Alicia played her part, and Alicia plays to perfection. Have you heard?
I'm calling your doctor, Marion.
Sit down, Trevor. Don't make a fool of yourself. I went out last night and got back at midnight.
Was Alicia
I've
here?
no idea. I was exhausted and went straight to bed. I managed to get to sleep, but was awakened again at 3.
By a noise?
I don't know. I got up and came in here to pour myself a drink. Well, even then, I might not have noticed anything if it hadn't been for the draught. I've never been able to stand draughts.
So?
I went to find the source.
Of the draught?
The front door was open, wide open. Well, everything seemed to be in place, so I wasn't unduly worried. After all, we pay our doorman to keep an eye on the building. I assumed that once again Alicia had been careless.
It could have been the maid?
Oh, no. No, Eva would never do that. I went to speak to Alicia, but she wasn't in her room. I thought she must have come in earlier and then gone out again. It was only when I was pouring myself a nightcap that I saw that it was missing.
What was?
The vase.
A Ming Dynasty vase that usually stood on the mantelpiece. An item of considerable value.
Anything else?
No.
Why don't you call the police?
I couldn't possibly do that, don't you understand?
Not exactly.
This was no ordinary robbery. Alicia took the vase.
Why would she do that?
Revenge. To get at me. She knew I didn't like her to handle it, and who else could have done it? The doorman swears that only residents entered the building. But the apartment wasn't broken into. Alicia got back in by using her key.
Which she'd lost the night James Morgan was murdered. The maid had to let us in when I brought Alicia back here.
Oh, she's always mislaying her keys, only to find them in her bag. And anyway, there are spares in the kitchen. She could have used those.
Why don't we check? To see if they're gone.
Oh, of course. Follow me. I'll show you the kitchen. Oh, Eva, you still up? I shan't be needing you tonight. Why don't you go to bed?
Very well, Mrs. Weatherby. Good night, Miss Bear.
Good night, Eva.
Here we are. The kitchen's through here. The keys are kept in this drawer under the sink.
How many sets did you have there?
2. I checked them only the other day. 1 set of keys.
Hadn't you better empty out the drawer to make sure?
Oh, the other set is gone. Oh, that settles that. Alicia must have taken it. Let's go back to the drawing room and make ourselves more comfortable. I've never really liked this kitchen. I don't know why. Too clinical, perhaps. Well, Trevor, I was right. We only found 1 set of keys.
Oh, good.
Would either of you care to join me in a brandy?
No, not for me, thank you, Marion.
I think I'll have one.
Are you sure, Trevor?
Oh, very well, then if you insist.
Ah, Miss Bear.
What do you want from me, Mrs. Weatherby?
Find Alicia. Bring her back.
Any idea where she went?
I never interfered in her private life. I always find it rather tedious, to be honest. Oh, this Napoleon brand is excellent, Trevor.
Yes, I thought you'd appreciate it.
Time I was going, I think. Sorry I can't finish my drink. Rather too much for me.
Oh!
Don't get up. I'll see myself out. What are you doing lurking behind a hedge at 5 a.m? You were told to go to bed.
I've been waiting for you, but I was beginning to think you'd never leave the flat.
Brandy, too good to miss.
I know. I've tasted it. Let me walk you to your car. I freeze if I have to stand here much longer.
Okay, it's just along there before the traffic lights.
Is Marion shouting blue mink murder?
In a way. But she seems more concerned to have Alicia back.
But don't you believe it?
Huh?
Oh, she does want Alicia back. No, what I mean is, don't believe the mink story.
Why not?
I heard Marion get up this morning. I was in the kitchen studying for my interpreter's test.
Chinese?
Yeah. Anyway, I heard Marion. She often prowls about the place when she can't sleep, so I didn't take any notice until I heard a crash. I went to investigate, making sure she didn't see me. I didn't want her to think I was spying on her late-night drinking bouts.
I get the picture.
Except this wasn't one of them. When I looked in the drawing room, I saw that she'd broken an ashtray, but she ignored it. She was standing by her bureau, the lid was open, and she was pulling papers out of it, searching for something. She was crying. Eventually, she calmed down, stuffed the papers back, and shut the desk. Then she went to the phone and called the ghoul.
Plastid.
That's the one. Always hanging around her with his tongue hanging out. I could have told him not to bother. She's not interested in him.
What did she say?
She told him to get over right away. She said her mink vase had gone missing, and she was afraid Alicia had taken it.
And so?
So nothing. Unless you think that there's something fishy in the fact that the mink was in its usual place, and that I watched her as she went up to it, took it down off the mantelpiece, and hid it. It's under the lid of the grand piano.
Oh.
Quite right, Madam Detective. And now, I'm off to bed.
Thanks.
As dawn broke, I sat at my window and watched East London waking up to another cold day of struggle. My mind kept flitting from the corpse of James Morgan to the note left by Pete, from the self-satisfied face of Gordon Jarvis to the wreck of Elmore's body, and from Alicia's frantic performances to her mother's icy stare. I might have continued in this vein if Carmen hadn't turned up. Under her arm she carried some bags of croissant pain au chocolat. While she put the coffee on, I told her about my nocturnal visit.
Ooh, I warned you those people were tricky.
Oh, no. Anyway, what brought you here so early?
Your engagements. You've got a busy day ahead with 2 funerals to attend. I thought you might want company.
Pete's funeral as well as Morgan's?
Afraid so. His is first.
They're burying him indecently fast.
Cremating.
And what about the post-mortem?
It's done. I reckon we can pay a visit to the doctor between cremation 1 and funeral 2.
Yuck.
Doubled.
Pete Archie had behaved as if he'd never had a chance, and the funeral service they laid on for him reflected this. A few friends occupied the back row, but Alicia was not among them. As soon as the ceremony was over, I made a beeline for some of the young people I'd seen at Alicia's concerts, but they all denied knowing her whereabouts. Nevertheless, I asked them to tell her I only wanted to help. Carmen pointed out one of the wreaths, a delicate collection of roses, intertwined to make a heart shape.
What does the card say?
To Pete, in death shall we be united, eh?
We better find her quick.
That's for sure. Did you learn anything from those kids?
About Alicia? No. Arrogant lot. I'm sure they know where she is, though.
Did you talk to that one?
Which what? Where?
Over there, look. He's coming this way. Seedy-looking lad.
Oh, yes. More Mr. Hyde than Dr. Jekyll, I'd say.
Slow down a bit. I think he wants to talk.
You're the one that's been asking questions?
Yes.
You anything to do with the police?
Nothing at all.
Why are you interested in Pete's death?
I have my reasons. Do you want to tell me something?
What's it worth?
Not much.
Tenner?
All right. Here you are, 2 fivers.
Pete never stuffed himself.
How do you know?
Because his gear was with him, and there was some skag in it, a lot.
Why does that mean he didn't kill himself?
Oh, it stands to reason. If he was going to off himself, he would have taken the lot. He'd just scored. He had a lot of stuff on him. Why leave it behind?
Where did you get your information from?
I can't tell you.
Not even for another fiver?
I'll give it here.
Ah, not so fast. First the info, then the money. How do you know that Pete had more heroin on him?
Well, he told me. I tried to score off him that morning and he didn't have nothing. He was waiting for his man. He told me to come back later.
Well, maybe his dealer didn't turn up.
Oh, he did. I was so desperate I waited outside his place. I saw the man go in and come out.
And then?
Well, I waited for Pete to get his own thing together, then I went upstairs.
And?
I couldn't get in. The door was locked.
You saw him dead. And you took the dope.
Oh, I never did. I was scared. I got out of there. I ran away. I never took nothing.
Who was his dealer? Who was it?
All right, that'll do. Take your money.
If there was anything I could have done to save Pete, I would have. But he was past saving.
But you can help now. Tell me who his dealer was.
I don't know his name. I only saw him pass by quickly. He was a private contact of Pete's. A big dealer who liked to operate without a middleman. Pete said he was a weirdo who got his kicks from dealing. From another world, he said.
Well, what did he mean?
I don't know. Pete talks in riddles sometimes. Look, I've got to go now.
Do you believe him?
Some of it. But even if what he says is true, that doesn't mean Pete was murdered. He could have left some dope. He might not have taken it all.
Time to pay a visit to my friend the doctor, I think.
Yeah. Good idea. But before we do, I better try to get hold of Toby Stafford. Make more of an effort to find Alicia.
Hello.
Toby.
Kate, how charming.
I need your help.
For you, anything.
I've got to find Alicia. Alicia Weatherby.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Oh, how utterly disappointing. I thought it was for my body that you phoned.
It's important.
So I gather.
Will you help?
Why am I so obliging?
That means yes?
If you'll meet me later.
All right. Where do you suggest?
My place at 8, 46 Chalcott Grove. You know Primrose Hill?
I'll find it.
Kate, this is Dr. Charles Kirby.
Hello.
Hello, Kate. Carmen told me about you. Take a seat, if you can find one.
Oh, come on, Charles. Your antisocial habits are getting beyond a joke. This is more of a cupboard than an office.
Well, it's better than the type of company I have to put up with in the doctor's common room. 30-year-old crawlers aiming to ooze their way into consultancies.
How long have you two known each other?
Oh, we're old friends. We met at a medical convention. Carmen and her cronies intervened during a talk on sickle cell anemia.
Disrupted, you mean?
Well, there was that element. I found it most instructive. Now, what can I do for you? I'm sorry to hurry you, but I'm a bit pressed for time.
Did you do the post-mortem on Pete Archie?
No, but after you phoned, I glanced at the report.
And?
Well, he died of a drug overdose. But the reason his body stopped functioning was that he inhaled his own vomit and asphyxiated.
Is that usual?
Well...
Come on, Charles. Take a risk. Give us your honest opinion.
OK, here goes. You see, heroin addicts don't usually die from an overdose of the pure drug. But the heroin available for sale is nowhere near pure. And it's cut with all kinds of substances. Sugar, flour, talcum powder. And they can get stuck in the veins, causing temporary hiccups, hemorrhages, and eventual death. Your friend Pete died like that. That fact is not out of the ordinary.
So what worries you?
Oh, it's just a feeling.
Yes?
Perhaps I wouldn't have been so hasty with the death certificate if I'd been in charge. You see, Pete's blood was contaminated by a very unusual additive, normally only available on prescription. I can't imagine that your average street dealer would be cutting his heroin with it.
But your colleague disagrees.
Unfortunately, heroin deaths have reached epidemic proportions. One can become careless about postmortems.
Who would have had access to this contaminant?
Very few people in this country. But in other places, with fewer controls, you could probably buy it over the counter. I can't be sure without further investigation. I'm wanted. Mustache.
Thanks.
Any time for a friend of Carmen's. Look, you can find your own way out.
Yeah, goodbye. Thanks,
Bye.
Charles.
You know what this means, Carmen? Pete was murdered.
But then, you always knew that. Come on, or we won't make James Morgan's funeral in time. It's a long way to Hertfordshire.
Forasmuch as it has pleased Almighty God of his great mercy to take unto himself the soul of our dear brother here departed, we therefore commit his body to the ground. Earth to earth.
See that old woman standing by the grave? I think she must be Jane's mother. She looks very frail.
Still handsome, though. She must have been a rare beauty in her day.
Well. Look who's there.
Where?
Over to the right. It's Marion Weatherby arguing with some man.
Oh, him. I noticed him coming out of church. He doesn't seem to fit in somehow. Too tanned and weather-beaten to be living in England.
This is a case for super sleuth. Off you go and talk to Marion. She's on her own now. See if you can find out who he is. I'll meet you at the gates.
Okay.
Mrs. Weatherby.
Ah, Miss Bear. Found Alicia?
No. What brings you here, Mrs. Weatherby?
Paying my respects. After all, James Morgan was very good to offer to help Alicia. And we are implicated in his death.
That's one way of putting it.
Put it any way you want. Just find my daughter. Fast.
Try helping me then.
I've told you all I know. What could I possibly be concealing?
Looked in the piano recently?
How dare you search my flat? Who asked you to pry?
Damn it. Sorry, Carmen. I hereby give up all claim to super sleuth status. I have just found out nothing with a capital N.
Lucky I'm with you then.
Yeah?
Guess who the man is who was talking to Marion?
I haven't got a clue.
Oh, you're no fun.
Oh, come on, Carmen.
Okay, I'll tell you. And don't say it wasn't worth waiting for. That man was once James Morgan's best friend.
So?
Well, that's not all he is. He is also Marion Weatherby's ex-husband, the elusive Richard Weatherby. What did I tell you?
It was worth waiting for. I have no idea what it means, but it was sure worth waiting for.
Let's go, before everybody has the same idea and we get caught in a traffic jam all the way to London.
That man in the BMW goes beyond the call of duty.
Who is it?
Trevor Plastid. Weatherby solicitor. Come chauffeur, looks like. It's cold. Let's get into the car. I'll drive. What did you mean Richard Weatherby was once Morgan's best friend?
Couldn't get that out of my informant, but they hadn't been seen together for years. My source didn't even know that Richard was still around.
Who was your source?
Morgan's mother, the old woman by the graveside. Nobody else seemed to want to talk to her. Probably felt too embarrassed at her grief.
You're quite a woman, Carmen.
Keep your eyes on the road. I want to get back to town all in one piece. I've got to see Tommy Parsons' widow.
That reminds me. I better let Sam know where I'm going. Keep your eyes peeled for a phone box.
I wondered where you were. I even went over to your flat in case you'd slept the whole day and left your answer phone on.
It's been a day of death, Sam. Well, the final results of it. I'll tell you later.
You're not coming home?
I got a date with my teenage admirer.
Oh.
You're not jealous, are you?
Should I be?
No. This is business.
Well, then I hope it goes well. By the way, your stock exchange friend, Jonathan Blenter, has been trying to get hold of you.
Did he say anything special?
Only that he's found one of Gordon Jarvis's clients who wouldn't mind putting the boot in.
Oh.
This client lost a lot of money over the fire while Jarvis was waiting for the insurance to turn up. So, if there's any scandal, he would like first bid on suing.
Sounds good. Might be a way of getting Jarvis without dragging Elmore into it. Carmen is going to see Sarah Parsons, whose husband died in the fire. Why am I surprised to find how many capitalists have so few scruples?
I don't know, darling. Come home and we can explore the question.
Later.
Well, I'll keep the bed warm for you. Bye now.
Bye. After I dropped Carmen off at the bus stop, I drove to Toby Stafford's without really concentrating on where I was going, and passed the house altogether. I drove into a side street and parked before walking the 100 yards back.
I was surprised when I reached Toby's flat. Even the location and the Maserati parked outside didn't alert me properly, because I never associated such a degree of wealth with the under-25s. Well, you live and learn.
Kate, how nice. Come in and let me take your coat.
Thank you. Quite a flat. You work for a living?
Would you like me to? Go into the sitting room and make yourself comfortable. I'll be with you in a second. Good champagne's a drink to be enjoyed in private. Don't you agree? Here's to success.
Success? Whose?
Yours? Mine? Anybody?
To crime. It pays the rent.
I thought you might be hungry, so I fixed us something simple. You do like caviar, I hope? It is beluga.
And cold salmon. Wild and Scottish, I presume.
Naturally.
That sorbet had a very subtle flavor. What was it?
Passion fruit.
I should have guessed.
Coffee?
No thanks.
Kate.
Toby.
Do you have to put me off my stride?
Merely trying to save your energy.
Don't you feel tempted to break the rules? I'm attracted to you because of our differences. I'm not offering long-term commitment. Just bliss.
Alicia Weatherby.
You are incorrigible.
I know. I have tried to warn you. Do you know where she is?
I'm afraid not. I don't keep tabs on her anymore.
Meaning that you used to?
We had a thing. It didn't last long. She bored me. She was too prim, not free in herself, if you know what I mean.
I can guess.
What's up? Do you disapprove of what I'm saying?
Should I?
Are you some kind of feminist?
Yes, without the kind of.
I might have known. But I do so like a challenge.
Is that what's going on now? A battle?
Oh, it takes two, you know.
Hey, Toby, you don't have to make a conquest of every woman you like.
And what makes you assume I like you?
Oh, come on, Toby.
Oh, is that an invitation?
Forget it.
You know, your types stick together. You girls think you can walk all over men.
Oh.
Well, lady, let me tell you one thing. Your friend Alicia has really got problems. Flirt wasn't in it, but get her in the bedroom and she changed into a 12-year-old. Now, it might turn some chaps on, but I'm not into paedophilia.
Right, that's it. I'm leaving. Where's my coat?
Oh, you're not serious. Oh, look, let's not part like this. I didn't mean to upset you.
Toby, grow up.
The cold hit me as I stepped outside. It was a dark night, and the roads were deserted as I walked back to my car. It was only when I was a stone's throw from it that I sensed something amiss. Somebody was following me. I reached into my bag and took out my keys. I had my key in the lock when I was grabbed from behind.
Interfering bitch. When I'm finished with you, you'll wish you kept out of other people's business. Bite, would you?
Ow! Ow!
Matey sends its compliments.
Ow!
In Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, dramatised for radio by Jill Brooke, Samantha Bond played Kate and Sandra James Young, Carmen. Marion Weatherby, Jill Graham, and Trevor Plastid, Keith Drinkle. David Holt played Sam, Sonny Ormond, Eva and the Vicar,
Mark Straker, Toby, David Thorpe, Pete's friend, Charles and the Thug, and Barry J. Gordon, the doorman. The music was composed by Anthea Gomez and played by Anthea Gomez and Tim New. The play was directed by Sue Wilson.
Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, dramatised for radio in 5 parts by Jill Brooke, with Samantha Bond as Kate and Sandra James Young as Carmen. Episode 5. Kate has been to see Toby Stafford to find out more about the missing girl, Alicia Weatherby. After leaving his flat, she's beaten up by a thug sent by Maitlis, the factory she and Carmen have been investigating.
Hey! Kate? It's Toby. What happened?
Is he gone?
He ran off. Are you all right?
Obviously I'm not. What does he look like?
I came after you to apologise for my behaviour.
God, you were well brought up. Help me up, will you?
Oh, right.
Ow!
Look, I'll go and call an ambulance.
Don't leave me, please.
Kate, you're injured.
Just get me back to your flat and then ring Sam, please.
Oh, the boyfriend, I assume. Lucky man.
Oh.
Come on, that's it. Come on.
The rest of the evening was a big blur. Sam arrived, and then a doctor and an ambulance. The hospital insisted on keeping me in overnight. When the police came to question me, I didn't tell them about Maitlis. Next morning, Sam drove me back to his flat, and I was safely tucked up in bed when, in the afternoon, Carmen came sick visiting.
What's the damage exactly?
2 broken ribs.
I can still speak for myself, thanks. I'm not dead yet. Ow! Pass me those painkillers, will you, Sam?
Afraid not. You're over the limit.
So's Gordon, Jarvis, and Maitlis.
Yeah.
Got a strategy yet?
No, but I'm working on it. I just came over to report on my visit to Tommy Parsons' widow. Pretty depressing all round. Maitlis gave her 10,000 quid for Tommy's life, and Sarah wouldn't take them to court in case she lost everything. Says she wants to let sleeping dogs lie, so I... OK, Kate. I can take a hint. Sleep well.
Morning, darling.
Morning, Sam.
You're smiling. That's good to see. You ready for breakfast? And visitors?
Like who?
Well, Carmen's back. She's got Elmore with her. I'll bring them in, shall I?
No, I'll come out. But I want to make a couple of phone calls first.
OK. I'll go and put the coffee on.
Thanks. Shit. Mr. Plastid? It's Kate Bear. I wonder if you could come and see me. There's something I need to discuss with you, and I'm afraid I'm not very mobile at the moment.
So you see, me and Sarah Parsons have decided we've been acting like we're the criminals. Now we want to fight.
So what changed things, Elmore?
We met in the street. She was coming to give me hell for putting Carmen on the way, and I'd gone round to tell her she was letting down Tommy's memory. We had a blazing row. And then we saw what was happening. Us victims fighting while Jarvis gets away with it. So we called Carmen.
I phoned Jonathan Blenter's contact. He's going to start the ball rolling by suggesting that the police investigate a possible insurance fraud run by Jarvis. Well, that will draw attention to the case, and then we can come in and make a big stink.
I'll get back and let Sarah know I've told you. She could do with a bit of support right now.
I must be off too. It's time I was in the office. Take care, Kate. Bye.
Bye. Trevor Plastid rang the bell at 12 o'clock prompt. Sam let him in. and then left us alone to talk.
Your phone call said it was important.
I'm scared that Alicia might try to kill herself.
Why should she?
You tell me.
I have no idea. You seem to forget that I am merely Marion Weatherby's solicitor.
Were you Richard Weatherby's solicitor too?
I was the family solicitor. Richard left the country after he and Marion parted. I don't believe he's been back since.
He's here now.
He's what?
I saw him at James Morgan's funeral, talking to Marion.
I do apologize. You must think me frightfully rude, but I must be off.
Just one thing. Is the Ming vase still in the piano?
Ah. Yes, when I learned about that, I did warn Marion that she'd been too devious in pretending it had been stolen, but she felt you might understand better if she asked you to find something as obviously valuable as that.
Rather than some papers?
Quite so. Alicia took some very personal documents with only sentimental value.
Why blame Alicia?
She's the only person who knew where to find them.
Not necessarily. Her father could have known about the documents.
Richard?
That's right, Mr. Plastid. Alicia's own father might have taken those papers himself.
Hello, Kate. I didn't expect to see you in the office today. It's gone 5 o'clock.
I've been out to tea.
That's nice. Now, I've got some good news, some bad news, and some very interesting news. Which do you want to hear first?
Let's try the good.
She's reappeared.
Who has?
Alicia Weatherby. Your friend Toby phoned to say he'd found her. She'd been toying with the idea of killing herself, but didn't have the courage. Toby persuaded her to phone her mother, and now she's on her way home.
So, what's the bad news?
Marion Weatherby called. Given that Alicia's been found, she would like to dispense with your services.
She can't do that! I've got a contract.
So, she requests your presence at her place where she can discuss an acceptable arrangement.
I'd better go.
Not so fast. You haven't heard the interesting news yet. I've tracked down that Inspector Krant. He shouldn't have interrogated you at all. He has nothing to do with murder investigations. For 10 years, Krant has been part of the
drug squad.
How did you know?
I didn't. But I became suspicious when I was arrested and held without charge. Somebody bought time while they made sure Alicia wasn't arrested for Morgan's murder. I was too difficult a suspect, so they found another. Alicia's boyfriend, Pete.
And where does Krant fit in?
I don't know. I suspect he merely carries out instructions.
And the drug squad?
Pete was killed with heroin, which was one clue. And Krant had me moved around to hide his actions from his superiors as well as keeping me from you. He'd only take a risk like that if big money was involved.
Not bad.
It doesn't help, though.
Why not?
Because Pete was killed to save Alicia Weatherby. And why did she need saving?
No reason. Unless
she pushed James Morgan. I went to Belsize Park this afternoon to keep an appointment with James's mother, Alexandra Morgan.
Miss Bayer.
I'm sorry to disturb you at this time, Mrs. Morgan.
I'm quite happy to talk about my son. Come in, come in. You are in some pain, I see.
I was mugged. It's not too bad.
This is my sitting room.
What a wonderful room.
Will you take tea?
Thank you.
I made it just before you arrived. Here you are. The milk is beside you.
Thank you.
Bayer. An interesting name. Where does it come from?
Portugal. Lithuania, originally.
Yes. My family were Litvaks, too.
Morgan?
My husband's name. This is his photograph. Here, take it. My son did not fall downstairs by accident, I think. Sometimes I have watched people heading towards their fate as if nothing would stop them. I watched that happen to my son. You know Alicia Weatherby?
Yes.
What do you think of her playing?
I thought it was brilliant, but inconsistent.
Exactly. Alicia has ability and fire, but her playing is undisciplined. I realized that when James took me to hear her play. Truly great musicians must learn to discipline their skills with training. Alicia will never succeed in becoming a first-class pianist. My son knew it too, and yet he was still prepared to help her. We must ask ourselves why.
Why? This photograph, Mrs. Morgan, of James's father. I understand now. Alicia Weatherby looks like her grandfather. That's why I thought I recognized James when I met him. He reminded me of Alicia. James was Alicia's father.
I never told him I knew his secret. James and Richard Weatherby were best friends. I never approved, but I didn't interfere. Underneath Richard's easy smile, there lay a certain hardness. But then James did something of which I was deeply ashamed. He started an affair with Marion Weatherby, his best friend's wife.
How long did the affair go on?
It stopped after Alicia was born. When I heard Marion was pregnant, I assumed her affair with James was over, that he had been her final fling before settling down to motherhood.
And how did you find out the truth?
I knew the Weatherbys socially, so I went to see the baby. James asked me to. I looked into Alicia's face and saw my James as an infant.
Did the others know?
I don't think Richard Weatherby did. He could not have concealed his feelings if he had. My son persuaded Marion to have the three of them, himself, her, and the baby, given blood tests. Marion kept the results to herself, but I overheard her saying they proved Richard was the father. I would have done the same in her shoes. Her relationship with James was no longer viable.
Did James believe her?
He fooled himself into pretending he did. But that changed when Alicia started to play, and play well. James followed her progress from afar, hoping, I think, that she would get bored. But instead, music became her life.
And James couldn't keep away.
In the end, no. And it proved his undoing.
If you believe James was murdered, why didn't you tell the police all this?
He was my son, but she was my granddaughter. Whatever happened was not her fault. I did not want her punished for it.
When did Richard and Marion part?
8 years ago. Richard left in a hurry. Nobody knew why. It was then that Marion encouraged Alicia to play. Perhaps to keep the child's mind off the divorce.
Perhaps. Thank you, Mrs. Morgan.
I could not save my son. Perhaps his child will survive. I wish you luck, Miss Bear.
So you see the problem, Carmen. I'm trying to prove Alicia didn't murder James Morgan at the same time as I found a motive.
You think James told her that he was her father and she couldn't bear it?
She probably didn't mean to kill him. I suppose she did it in a fit of temper. And I've worked out something about Alicia's past which explains why she's such a mess, and why she's buried all memory of Richard Weatherby. It even explains what Toby Stafford said about the time he went to bed with her. He said she became a 12-year-old, which wasn't his idea of a turn-on.
But it still doesn't add up. Where would Alicia find the strength to push James so hard? And if he just told her he was her father, wouldn't she have been pleased? I mean, the man she thought was her father had dropped out of her life. James was offering her another option.
Yes.
Talkative, aren't you? Also, there were drugs involved. It's probably not about sex anyway.
Don't be so sure.
You're up to something. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about a surfeit of fathers. About a girl in a lot of trouble whose mother presumes her guilt. And some missing papers which have only just gone missing. And I'm thinking about who gets blamed. And who is really to blame.
And what do you get?
I tell you one thing. I don't get drugs. Or Alicia. Marion Weatherby answered the door herself. It seemed Eva had been told to take the evening off. I made straight for the drawing room. The first thing I noticed was the blooming vase back in its place on the mantelpiece. Alicia Weatherby and Trevor Plastid were sitting with another man, who got up and shook my hand when Marion introduced us.
This is my former husband, Richard Weatherby.
Good evening, Miss Bear. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. Alicia?
Hello, Kate.
We really are extremely grateful for all your efforts on our behalf. But now that Alicia has returned to us, I want your contract terminated.
Why did you come back from Australia? Was it Mr. Weatherby?
I had business to attend to.
And a funeral?
Naturally, I'd go to James' funeral. He was my friend.
Whom you no longer saw?
I've been busy.
Too busy even to see your own daughter? Or was that part of the divorce settlement?
Our divorce settlement is our business, Miss Bear.
It would be if it weren't for Alicia. And a couple of murders.
Surely they're a matter for the police.
Agreed. Certainly.
For Inspector Krant, you mean? And what about the burglary?
I am prepared to let that drop. I am insured.
Against the theft of some blood tests which were done 18 years ago.
Miss Bear,
the ones you thought Alicia had taken.
How dare you?
Blood tests. I don't think we need to discuss this now.
Oh, I think we do. You can't bury the past anymore.
I don't understand.
This doesn't concern you, Alicia. Why don't you go and lie down?
Please tell me, I must know.
Alicia, will you go?
Listen to me, Alicia. Something happened to you a long time ago. You won't ever be rid of it unless you face it.
I can't remember. I can't.
Oh, hello, Eva. What you doing back here so soon? Thought you got the evening off.
I forgot something. Are the Weatherbys all at home, Fred?
Yes, they're all up there. They've got Mr. Plaster with them, as usual. And that detective woman, Miss Bayer.
What?
Hey, what's the hurry? Aren't you waiting for the lift?
I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
Tell me exactly what happened the night James Morgan was murdered. Please, Alicia. You must try.
I talked to James about my music. He said he would take me on. Then he left me to think about it. I waited for Pete to come and get me. I was scared when he didn't come.
So you went to find him?
Yes.
And you saw them there? James and Pete?
No. I saw Pete coming towards me. James was still at the top of the stairs. He was with someone, another man.
Who?
I don't know. It was dark. They were arguing and I didn't listen. I was worried about what James might have said to Pete, what Pete might do. I didn't see. I don't know.
What happened next?
The man pushed James. He fell down the stairs. He just lay there. The other man ran down and bent over him, and then he left. I wanted to go and see if James was all right, but Pete stopped me. He said that the man might be there waiting for us. He made me go to the common room and stay there. I did, but he never came back. I couldn't bear to wait any longer, so I went to see whether James was alive.
And that's when I found you?
Mm.
Why did you tell me you'd done it? Why?
I felt responsible. It was my fault. It was me. I did it. It was me. It was
Stop
me.
that, Alicia. Can't you see what you're doing to her, Miss Bale? I cannot permit it.
If you don't, there may be another tragedy, but this time with Alicia at the foot of the stairs.
I don't know what you mean.
You do. You've always known. That's why you wouldn't let Richard see Alicia after the divorce. Pushed her into playing the piano to prove something to yourself, and then turned her towards the violin because her talent as a pianist reminded you of your guilt.
You're full of accusations, Miss Bear, but as Marian's solicitor, I suggest you get to the point.
Mrs. Weatherby, why did you assume that Alicia had killed James Morgan?
She told me she had.
Only after you had made that assumption.
I think you tell me why then if you know so much.
Alicia, your mother assumed you killed James Morgan because he had just told you he was your real father.
No,
And she thought that you would have good reason to want to kill your father.
What do you mean? James had never done anything to her.
James hadn't. But the man she had always been told was her father, Richard Weatherby, had. You kept the secret of Alicia's paternity so long that in your unconscious you blended the two men into one. You thought Alicia had good reason to kill her father, and so you blamed her for James' death.
Oh, nonsense.
You hold Alicia responsible for what happened in the past, and so does she.
It's all your fault, Mother. Why did you let him do it?
Mustn't blame your mother, Alicia. She didn't know. I was the one who did it. I was lonely. And you were so pretty. So full of life, so eager to please me. I couldn't help myself. And you didn't seem to mind.
I was a child. I wasn't wicked, but all my life I felt evil because I let you touch me.
No. It wasn't your fault. I didn't mean to hurt you, Alicia.
I was only a child. I trusted you. You were my father.
Don't you see? I'm not your father. James Morgan was. I know what I did was wrong, but it wasn't incest.
How did you find out that James was Alicia's father?
I think you've gone far enough.
I looked at the blood tests. I always knew Marion had hidden something from me. For years I stayed away, but I couldn't stand not knowing any longer. I had to come back to England. I had to check what I'd always suspected, hoped, was true.
So you found Alicia's keys at her school and you came here?
No.
And you killed Pete because he saw you kill Morgan. The man you thought had ruined your life by taking Marion from
Miss
you.
Bear!
No, stop her, Trevor.
You paid him to keep quiet. I bet the school porter could identify you too, and one of Pete's friends knows you as his dealer. When the police are told all this, I can't see Krantz standing by you. Not for a murder charge. He'll throw you to them to save his own neck.
No, that's not true. I can prove it.
Perhaps you can, Richard. And I can't risk that.
Trevor! Richard, stop him, do something.
Put that gun down, Plastic. Let Alicia go.
Remain where you are, Richard. You were very clever, Miss Pear. A pity you got the wrong man.
Oh.
Keep back. If anyone moves, I will shoot Alicia. Please remember, I have already killed 2 people.
Why? Why did you do it?
My good reputation. And money. Why else?
You killed Pete because he knew who you were and saw you with James. But why kill James Morgan?
He deserved it. Look what he did to Marion. She confided in me, you know, when she became pregnant. I was her only real friend. She needed a shoulder to cry on, and how could I refuse? But she was besotted with Morgan, even after he ditched her. Oh, I knew she wouldn't have looked at a mere solicitor. She wanted someone artistic, exotic. I never meant to hurt you, Marion, just to protect you.
But why kill Morgan now?
Because Morgan liked playing God. And when he left Alicia, he met Pete on the stairs and gave him a lecture on the dangers of drugs. I heard the stupid brat boast to Morgan that even the most respectable people were involved in drugs, and he named me as his dealer. Morgan might have gone to Marion. I couldn't risk that.
But Pete had always known who you were.
Who was going to listen to a junkie? I had police protection, but it would only stretch so far. Morgan was far too respectable. He would have scared Krant.
Why take the papers? The blood test proof.
Oh, I didn't do that. Richard did. I had Alicia's keys, all right, but Marion had never changed the locks. Richard still had his own keys.
So the doorman never saw you.
As a matter of fact, he did. I'd come in earlier. I I wanted to check on something.
On Alicia. You wanted to get her. You thought she saw you kill Morgan.
As you wish. But now I must be going. I'm so sorry, Marion. It should have been different.
One last question. Why were you at the concert?
Marion asked me to go. I know now that Richard was back in town and she was scared that he and James would meet again and start talking. Richard might have found out. I shouldn't have gone.
Drop the bars, Eva, now! Well done, Eva.
Are you all right, Alicia?
Oh, Richard, don't come near me. Have I killed him?
No, he's still breathing.
I'll get the gun. It's underneath him. Here.
Thanks. Now could you ring the police?
Right.
Pity about the Ming vase. It's going to be pretty impossible to repair. And when Mr. Plastid wakes up, he's going to have one hell of a headache.
The police had arrived and listened to our explanations. They didn't look pleased, and as they carted Trevor Plastid away, I reckoned that his involvement with Krant was going to give them both a rough time. Marion's doctor was called, and he sent her off to bed with a tranquilizer. Poor Alicia locked herself in her room, but Richard couldn't stop talking. He wanted to keep on confessing. I almost felt sorry for him. Eventually, Eva and I persuaded him to go back to his lonely hotel. So there it was, all over, including the shouting. I went home and found Carmen and Sam waiting for me. We drove to Primrose Hill and walked in the crisp, clean air while I told my friends what had happened.
So, it wasn't to do with sex after all.
It was in a way. I just got the wrong people.
What do you mean?
Trevor Plastid had been in love with Marion for years. She's a selfish woman, and she had no idea she was fanning the flames of his jealousy when she told him her confidences. And it was jealousy that led him to take drastic action.
Well, I suppose you could call murder drastic.
Gordon Jarvis murdered Tommy Parsons for profit. By his negligence. And he'll have got off scot-free.
He won't. He'll be prosecuted. The police will have no other choice when we've given them the proof.
We did well, Carmen.
We did. So, what's next?
Take me home.
I needed to be on my own. I went inside my flat and shut the door firmly. I picked up my alto sax from the stand on which it had lain untouched throughout the Weatherby investigation. I strapped it round my neck, walked to the stereo, and put on Trouble in Mind. And then as Backwater Blues came on. I accompanied Archie Shepp and Horace Parlan, blowing hard and sweet against their music, blowing it all out and away from me.
In Death Comes Staccato by Gillian Slovo, adapted for radio by Jill Brooke, Samantha Bond played Kate and Sandra James Young, Carmen. Alicia was played by Teresa Gallagher, Marion Weatherby, Jill Graham, Trevor Plastid, Keith Drinkle, Sam, David Holt, and Eva, Sunny Ormond. Elizabeth Kelly played Alexandra, Patterson Joseph, Elmore James, John Harwood, Richard, Mark Straker, Toby, and Barry J. Gordon, the doorman. The music was composed by Anthea Gomez and played by Anthea Gomez and Tim New. The play was directed by Sue Wilson.